Hello. Hello, how are we doing? What up, Lee in Canada? Hey, Mike. In Wisconsin. Hey, Victoria. And Scotty, it's a lifetime to learn, man. I'm never done learning. Today, you're going to get some insight into the world of a glass blower. This is a production spoon I make a lot of. It's a space pipe. Halfway done right now. I got a few hours here before I got to take a friend to the airport. So I'm going to crush on these as fast as I can because I'm trying to fill an order that I'm behind on. So that's my world today. So Victoria, sometimes I'd like to think I do, but you know, still a job. It's a great job, but at the end of the day, like, I still got to come out and do this to be able to eat and have a house, and you know, kids get to have shoes and, you know, all those fun things. But, you know, every time I do get down about being a glass blower and just be like, oh, I don't want to fucking do this anymore, kind of look around at what I actually do, and I get to work from home, and I make my own schedule, and I don't have to pee in a cup for anybody, and then I think back to every previous job I've ever had, and I'm going to keep fucking doing this. I'm going to stick right here. I ain't going back to any other shit. But then again, it's like, you know, playing video games for a living. Sounds great. You gotta do it for 8 hours a day, 5-6 days a week when you just want to do something else. I mean, it's still fun. I mean, you could have a way worse job, but still gotta do it. So right now I just popped a hole and I'm pressing my bowl to make this pipe. You can see right here. I used this graphite tool. It's a shaped bowl push. Right in. And graphite tools are awesome because if you drop them, they break. Like almost every time. Right there, I heat it at the bottom, put a nice big flat spot on it so it's not going to roll off the table. Alright. Now we're going to plug the bowl hole, heat up the side of this, and pop a carb out the side. And to pop a hole, I heat up a spot very intensely, then I put air behind it. Push through. all has to be done in the flame. If you take it out of the flame, pops a little air, like a little bubble, and little glass particles go everywhere, and they're super dangerous if you breathe them in, and it's just a bad idea. You try to avoid that. And a little bit of fire that I blow out of the pipe there, I don't know if you get to see it or not. Tube gases will build up inside the glass, and every once in a while I gotta push them out, and they come out looking like a little flame. So here's where we're at now. This one turned out really cool, I like this one. And here is my Planet Millie, and that's what's going on here. How do I pick the colors? I buy colors, distribution house. In the past 15 years, our color palette has gone up exponentially. 15 years ago, there was like, 10 to 15 stable colors at best. You couldn't use white. Couldn't put green on inside-out glass. There was all sorts of rules that you couldn't get away with. Now the glass is way more stable and way more consistent, and way more plentiful, and way more workable just all around. I hope that kind of answered your question. It's a mental challenge to do this and answer questions at the same time. It's kind of fun, but I get lost sometimes just trying to focus on making sure I don't fuck this up, because this is what I need to get done. God, this one came out damn near textbook. I'm pretty happy with this one. Again, this is a product I do a lot of. This is like my main product. There's a couple other main product lines I have, but this has been the longest running. Well, David, keep watching. I'm going to make another one here once I finish this one. Marcus, I'm sorry about your comments, dude. I'm trying to see. Hey, Sandra, what up in Denver? I got some glass around that town. You can check out a bunch of my bubble caps at Illusions. No, I haven't made any dragons. What up, Tammy? What up, Donnie? Hey, Emily. Hey, David. Alright, just gotta let this warm up in the kiln for a minute. So this mouthpiece end, I haven't worked down here for a while, so if I throw it in the flame, it'll crack and ruin the piece. But this is where we're at right now. And once I get done with this one, I'm gonna make another one front to back where you'll get to see the whole process. You guys were watching it all last night. Made this live. This is one of my bubble caps. Right on, Sandra. No, Mike, I haven't made it down to Colorado Springs yet. I've made it past Denver. Denver and north of there. Thanks, Michaela. Thanks, Brenda. Yeah, Neeg. I don't know. I'm sorry, man. If I mispronounced anyone's name, I'm really sorry. Hey, Evan. Thanks, Cody. Still learning. I've been doing this over 15 years ago. I bought a torch. The last 8 years I've been doing it professionally, and I'm still learning stuff on the regular. Right on, Mike. Yeah, please do. I'm going to be coming down back to Denver after 420, just like right after that on a sales run. What made me decide to do this? I didn't do so well at college, and I decided I wanted to work for me. What up in Boston? Thanks, Fly Guy. Right on, yeah, I got to get back on my grind here. If you guys don't mind, please like and share. Helps me out. It's real easy to do. So start off with a piece of black tubing here. Just like so. You know, I get it nice and warm, get a nice glow to it. I feel like the silver bonds a little better when I put the silver on it. And that's going to be my next step, is I'm going to do what's called fuming. I use a very light, wispy flame. It's got to be the right temperature to bring the silver up to a certain boiling point where it sprays off the little rod I have it on and onto the piece, and like creates like a just a thinnest layer, like a micron or two. Like, it's thin. And then it gives it that color changing property on clear glass, but for this black glass it's going to give it that Milky Way effect. So really it's just the finest flame, like a blue Bic flame. Like a torch lighter would probably be more intense than this. So just letting it warm up here. There we go. Just about. I don't know if you guys can see without didioms, but from here I can see it starting to spray onto the surface of the glass. I can see little particles in the flame. And it doesn't affect like that. So that's a nice silver layer on there. It gives it like a very mirror look. But after I bake it in with the flame, it's going to get bluish and wispy and all space-like. I'm going to put a stripe down the other side. Again, if I'm missing your comments, I apologize. They move along real fast. Sometimes I barely have time to read it, let alone think about an answer. But I do my best. And if you're just joining us, making a space pipe front to back here. What I just got done is putting on the silver fuming that gives it the Milky Way. And next I'll be getting the whole thing hot and rolling it in this tray of glass down here. It's called Frit. It's in crushed color. That's how we're going to put the stars in the sky. And if you're liking what you're watching, please like and share. It helps me out. It's easy to do. And again, it gets really hard to read even if you see me looking at the screen. My eyes are trying to adjust to see this little text that's flying by real fast. And I apologize if it looks like I'm missing your comment. I apologize. I'm just doing two jobs at once. So, again, if you're just joining us, I'm just going to be cranking these out for the next hour or so. I gotta take a buddy to the airport here shortly, but I'm behind on these for an order, so I'm doing the glass blower life and just trying to crush on as fast as I can and get them done so I can move on. So right now I'm just using the flame to kind of bake the silver in. At the same time, I'm getting it all to a nice glowing temp, so when I roll it in the glass, it sticks. Right now we're putting the stars in the sky. We're going to melt them in. And after I give it its shape here, you'll get the chance to see what it's looking like. If you're curious, this tube in my mouth is a blow hose. It goes around my neck and then hooks up to the back side of this tube here with a swivel, so I can spin it, it doesn't bind up, and I can blow into the glass and not have to like move it out of the flame, or I can just do it from here and see what I'm doing. So right now I'm shaping the mouthpiece. Just giving it a little gather and a twist, and then puffing it out into a little ball to kind of designate the section. Give it a little character rather than just a straight tube to a hole. Add a few more stars at the end there. Not particularly just explode in my face. I've had pieces crack off and just bounce off my cheek or burn you in the lip or something. Hazard, I guess, you know. I can take pizzas out of the oven with like my fingertips. And I haven't had like super gruesome burns. It's just been a lot of them. A lot. Hey, so I just got a bunch of resilient nerve tissue, I guess. Okay, now it's cooling off. You can see the space. So next we're going to do is pick out where I want the bowl hole, which is going to go right there. Perfect spot. And to pop a hole, you heat up a single spot very intensely, and then put air behind it, and push right through. Always done in the flame. Now I'm heating up around the hole so I can push the bowl. Bowl hole came out a little big. I'm gonna have to close it up just a tiny bit before I go and push this thing. There we go. That's better. go. A little touch up to it. Wasn't quite happy with the position of the bowl hole, so I kind of shifted it, kind of repressed it a little bit. So there we go. Way better. Right. A little touch up of the bowl there, we're doing a lot better. Alright, pop the carb. A lot like the bowl hole, we just put some intense heat into one spot, get it really molten. This time I have to plug the bowl hole, and then we just put air behind it. And we always pop it in the flame. So next we just need to add our planet. Another one of these. And if you enjoy what you're watching, please like and share. Helps me out. It's easy to do. If you have done that already, I really appreciate it. In a second here, I'll try to answer a few questions quick, so get ready with any questions you may have, and I'll take a minute to answer those. So yeah, I'm just welding this planet onto my space pipe here, and then I'll take a second to answer a few questions while I'm cutting the mouthpiece of the other one that I already got done. Alright, so what do we got for questions here? Christopher, yeah, hit us up on Boral Ballers on IG or Facebook. Yep, I ship all over the world. God, they're coming in fast. I've been doing this probably about 15 years, 8 of it professionally. In Denver, I'm at... I got some Caps and Illusions, Rigs for Us, Glass Hut. God, drawing a blank. I feel Positive Vibes. Oh God, I'm gonna have to look at my receipt book. I deal with over 60 shops at this point. It's really hard to keep them all. North of, I deal with a lot of shops north of Denver too. But here's that pipe. Throw this in the kiln. Probably not, Steven. Chris, I used to make water pipes. I've been thinking about getting back into it. Thanks, Rusty. Yes, I do sell them to stores. You hit us up on Boro Ballers on IG or Facebook. I'm in Eau Claire, Wisconsin. Biggest glass piece? No, it's hard to tell. One like that usually retails around 60. My wife does rings. What up, Jamie in Texas? Yeah, oxygen and propane on the torch. Right on, Mike. Yeah, Hazy Highway is going to be getting a drop there on IG, and they're in Cedar Rapids, Iowa. Why do I put it in the kiln? So I can get it back up to about 1,000 degrees. So when I put it in the flame, it doesn't crack. The mouthpiece got really... Well, it was out of the flame for a while, so I was worried about going right back to it. I don't want to ruin it at the end. All right, I got to jump back on this. So here's one completed. Just going to cut the mouthpiece here. These are claw grabbers, also known as hot fingers. Just warm them up in the flame, and you use them to kind of go around the glass and grip it as such. So then I can hold it from this other side and cut the mouthpiece off, be able to spin it. Alright, now we got it here. I'm going to cut the mouthpiece off. Well, Jack, I'm going to be, after I cut these mouthpieces, I'm going to be making another one. Stick around and time me. Yeah, man, I do it. My right hand is, I spin most things with. You do need to have both hands be able to work in unison, but most people, it seems like their left hand is their drive hand, but for me, my right hand is and my left hand is my tool hand, even though I'm right-handed, but I'm weird. So what I'm doing here for the mouthpiece is pulling away the glass until I get it down to a very thin, like, point coming off the end. What I'm going to do is I'm going to get this all molten, and then I'm going to push it over it, and then as it's cooling, I'm going to snap it off. It's going to create a hole. There we go. Now we got a rough hole broken off. We're gonna clean that up. Oh, another shop in Denver would be Colorado Vaping Glass. Don't want to forget those guys. Anyone else I'm forgetting, I truly apologize. All right. I'll flip the camera around quick for you guys so you get a good view of it. Oh, there's one in the kiln. I got this one here. We're going to cut the mouthpiece on this. This is the one we just got done making. The other one was the previous one. And if you like anything you're looking at, you can hit us up on Boil Ballers on Facebook or Instagram. We're a little more active on Instagram, but we're definitely building on Facebook a little more now. And Boil Ballers, you're right here next to my head. B-O-R-O, Ballers. Hey, babe. Okay. I ship all over, guys. I didn't quite get the full one. If you'd like to see me in a local shop of yours, help me connect the dots. Get them in touch with Boil Ballers. If they end up ordering, have them name drop you, and I'll get you a piece of glass for kind of facilitating everything. The oxygen pushing past the hole I made in the glass here for the mouthpiece. If I hold it at the right angle, it gives that sharp whistle. Alright, this one's done. Got my wife out here working now. Just like the other one. So next I'm going to get going on another one of these so you can watch it front to back if you're just joining. Need a quick drink. One second, guys. A little medication. You bet Caitlin hit us up on Boil Ballers on IG or Facebook. Stefan, you get Pepsi to sponsor me, that'd be awesome.
No! No, water. Get water to sponsor us.
I'm just about ready to get started on a glass piece. You can time me, see how long it takes. Hot enough to melt glass, that's how hot it is. What up in Italy, Nicola? No, I don't know, Tom. You're from the Czech Republic? That's where the best clear, that Cymex, comes from. Yep, I get right up on the flame. Alright, gonna get back to making pipes now. So, if you're just joining us, making space pipes. I gotta take my friend to the airport here in the near future, and I'm behind on getting this order done, so this is what I'm trying to pump out before I leave. And I prepped up a bunch of these blanks on tubes to make this a little more painless. But this is a black tube, and we're going to end up making it into outer space and adding a planet. If you like what you're watching, please like and share. It helps me out. That's easy to do. I appreciate it. If you already did it, thank you. So right now I'm just going to get this nice and hot, nice and glowing orange, glowing red. Not like molten and dripping, but just so the outside skin of it is glowing. And if you want to know how long it takes me to make a pipe, start your stopwatches. Start timing now. I do have a little bit of this pre-prepped, so this takes time to get it onto a blow tube, and then the milli that I'm going to add later takes time to prepare. So what I'm going to do now is going to fume some silver onto the surface of this to create the Milky Way. What I'm doing is using the flame to heat up this little chunk of silver I have on the end of this glass rod. And then once it gets to a certain temperature, it's going to start spraying little particles across the glass. And that's what's going to bond to the surface, like a micron or two thick. And it's going to look like the Milky Way. First it's going to be real mirrored, but after I cook it in, it'll get all bluish and wispy. So right now it's just these little particles spraying across the glass and bonding to the surface. That's what it looks like before we bake it in. Like right now you could probably take a scrubby and scrub it right off of there, at least most of it. It would wipe right off. But after we bake it in, it'll bond to the surface and it's on permanent. So we're going to do another stripe down the other side. There. So now we're going to bake it in. Just a nice brushy flame. We're going to just bathe the whole piece of glass in heat. just to get that silver to bond with the surface so I don't end up cooking it off as I shape it. What up, Chris in the UK? Nope, never really gets hot in my hand, I guess. I mean, if I get too close, but it doesn't, glass doesn't conduct like steel or metal. It's more of an insulator. Like, I can get my hand remarkably close to crazy hot glass. It's more the radiant heat off of it that burns. A little hot for dabbing with this flame, man. This is gonna torture shit. Like, too hot. And propane, I'll use butane. Okay. Right now I welded a handle to the other side. So now I'm going to bathe it in heat again, get it all glowing, and then I'm going to roll it in this little tray down here of, and it's got glass, basically little glass chips, tiny little glass, like crushed glass, I guess. And it's called frit. And when I roll it in there, it'll go all randomly onto the glass and it'll form the stars in the sky. I'm gonna roll that right in there. Now I gotta do the shaping real quick while I melt in the stars. I think you'll get to see the patterns. If you like what you're watching, please like and share. It's easy to do, helps me out, it's free. I'll answer a few generic questions here. I've been blowing glass. I bought a torch back in 2002 as a hobbyist, on and off for years. I started doing this full time about 7-8 years ago. What else? There's a Carlisle CC torch that runs on oxygen and propane. Located in Eau Claire, Wisconsin. Wife of 3 kids. This tube hanging out of my mouth is a blow hose. It goes over my neck and then hooks up to the other end of the glass here so I can blow into it without like having to really move it very far. I can just blow into it right here. Back into the flame. It's a time saver and helps me do precision work. Alright, there's your melt piece. So right now I'm heating up the end where the bowl is going to go. I'm gathering it up into a ball so I can blow it out and make that ball shape. Be able to push the bowl in and pop the carb in the flat spot and add my planet. Alright, let's see if I can move this in front of the camera, let you guys see it kind of expand as I blow into it. See if this works. A little more shaping on that. So room temperature glass and 1,000-degree glass look identical. It doesn't start really glowing or anything until about somewhere between 12 and 1,300, I think. It might be 1,400, but so that gives you an idea. That's where it just starts to get a little bit of a glow, where you can tell the difference. Otherwise, like, you know, you're looking at like 2,000 degrees, maybe more, 3,000. I have no clue how hot it gets when it's molten like that. I just know that it'll liquefy skin. That I know. There we go. Then I just popped a hole and then use my graphite tool here to push the bowl. And that's what I use to shape it. Get at the bottom, press the flat spot. There we go. Pop the carb. Now I'm going to take my planet up there. Add that. Alright, now I just got to melt this all around and get it welded on there. If anyone's keeping track of time, I'm going to be kind of curious after I get this welded how long this one took me. Alright guys, how long? How long did that take me? Yeah, my wife works. She does the same thing. Shut up, Joshua. 10. Wait, one's 10, one's 15. $14 minutes, Dakota? 15? Alright. Mind you, that was still, the tubing was prepped, the millie was prepped, and I still got to cut the mouthpiece. These things tear up your wrist too, I'll tell you. Wow, everybody's got a different time on this one. Cool, Alex. Right now for tunes, I got uncopyrighted music off of SoundCloud because I can't play anything copyrighted. So this is what I'm kind of stuck with right now. Thanks, Dylan. Thanks, Dakota. Thank you, Alex. What up, Heath from Detroit? Thank you, Ryan. All right, let's try to... God, that was a long... Massimo from Italy. Yeah, Jay, I don't have any uncopyrighted rock right now, so sorry guys, had to decline a phone call there, but yeah, uncopyrighted music. I don't have any rock. Right now I'd be pumping Biggie or something, man. Like, that's normally what I listen to when I work, but this is what I got. So, let's cut this mouthpiece. So if you're just joining me, I'm finishing up the space pipe here. Finishing up the space pipe here. I got to take my friend to the airport here in the not so distant future, so I'm trying to crush out as many of these as I can before I gotta leave and take him. I'm behind on these for an order, so I prepped up a bunch of black tubing so I can just go one after another. I got some more millies prepped so I can just pop them together, so half the work's done. So I know it looks easy, but mind you, I've made probably about 2,000 of these, maybe a little more. The first couple hundred, not so easy. They've gotten better, but took 15 years to make them that fast, you know. What up, Brian and Redding? Thanks, whoever was after Brian. It's hard to calculate how much it all is. Appreciate it, guys. Thanks, everyone. My space pipes normally ship at 60. If you're interested in anything I make, you can hit up Boral Ballers on IG or Facebook. You bet we ship. Hit me up on Boral Ballers, IG or Facebook. I'm a little flooded with messages right now, so please be patient. I'll get to you. No, Alex. Thank Rasta Rasta. Yeah, I'm just getting ready to go on another pipe here. I'm trying to grind on these and get them done. This drop will be going next week to Hazy Hideaway in Cedar Rapids, Iowa. So they're on Instagram, pretty sure on Facebook too. If you're interested, hit them up. They ship, I believe. I don't really have any of my other glass out here besides I made this last night here on World of Bongs bubble cap. Trying to see the best angle here. I'll show you guys my glass, but most of it's inside. You can check it out on Instagram, Boral Ballers. I think we got some on Facebook too, but definitely more active on Instagram. You bet, Dave, we ship everywhere. That's a bubble cap, Charles. Thanks, Zach. Thanks, who was above Zach? I didn't catch it. What does couch mean? Like, what's this couch reference? I don't understand couch. Right on. Appreciate all the kind words, guys. We're going to get going another space pipe here. See if I can make my quota before my homie gets here for me to take him to the airport. Trying to get my work day in early and trying to hustle on it. I know it looks easy. These things take a toll on your hand and wrist. Just spinning this weight the repetition over and over again. It's a little tiring. Alright, so right now I'm going to go and bathe this whole piece of glass in heat, get it all kind of nice and warm so when I do my silver fuming, it'll bond better. Alright, so now I'm heating up a piece of silver on the end of this piece of glass rod that I'm going to use to fume onto the glass. And by fuming, I use the heat, or the flame anyway, to push little silver particles off of the chunk of silver onto the glass. And then they start to bond. After I heat it up again, they'll bond a lot more, but it's only like a micron or two thick on there. It's really thin, but right now if I let it cool, you could probably wipe most of this off with a wet cloth. Doesn't bond the best, you can scratch it off, but after I base it in, it'll stay. So this is what it looks like before I base it in, after I put the silver on there. And if you apply the silver to clear, that's how you get your color change in glass. You can also use gold. Silver, you get like blues and purples and like whites and yellows. In gold, you get more of like the pinks and oranges and greens and into purples. If you mix the two, you get some cool effects as well. So I just rolled it in some crushed glass. That's what's gonna put the stars in the sky now. Just nice random pattern of little speckles. That'll be like creamy and gold. So we'll get that real star look. There we go. Now we got it shaped out for the stock. Nice. All right, mail came.
So the mail just came, and we just got a nice tube of this dichro.
From Dichroic Alchemy. Pretty excited. So I'll be playing with that in the near future. Not today though, sadly.
Oh, the stripes is going the other way.
Good. Sure, what time is it?
2:42?
Probably don't need to set up. I got a pen.
Alright. Well, I'm gonna be out here in a couple minutes to work with you.
Okay. Okay, shape the mouthpiece. Now I'm gonna heat up this end here. Now I get going on the bowl. After this, I'm probably going to make 2 more, and I'm going to see where I'm at with this. With time, anyway. Thank you everyone for the kind words. If you like what you're watching and you haven't already, please like and share. It's easy to do, helps me out. And if you've already done that, thank you very much. I'm currently making a space pipe. It's a hand pipe, like your standard glass pipe shape. I'll be adding a planet millie. This tube in my mouth is a blow hose. It goes around my neck, down to here, hooks up to this swivel, so then I can blow into it and still turn it, and it just makes work easier. I've been doing this. I bought a torch back in '02. Was a hobbyist for years, and then the past 8 years I've been full-time. My wife does the same job. She makes a lot of jewelry. If you're interested in anything I make, Boral Ballers on Instagram and Facebook, and we're getting the .com together here. There's a few listings on it, and it'll continue to grow. It's just going to take a little time. The more support I get out of this, the faster things will grow, honestly. So, now I'm adding my planet. Little land and water planet. Kind of resembles Earth, but it's not. I like to think of it as Earth 2. It's a place where mankind kind of made some better choices and does things a little differently to make some more sense and just a better place. I won't get into those issues now, just everyone's got their own. So I like to think of it on there as that Earth tube. Like, you can go there for a minute and think about what that place is for you. Alright, now I got it welded on there. At this point it kind of looks like the sun, you know? Wish I could sell them glowing like that. It'd be pretty cool. As it cools, the landmass will get greener. I'm gonna throw this in the kiln. Let it warm up so I can cut the mouthpiece. crack my wrist. Ugh. Cut a few of these while it's warming up. This is kind of a fun project. I can take a scoring knife and you cut a nice little score into the tube. Nice little notch. Scratch it right in there. Then you take a little piece of glass, you heat it up. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to get this molten little blob of glass, I'm going to press it up to the glass right next to the score, and it's going to thermal shock it, and it's going to shoot a crack all the way around the tube, and then I can just tap the end off and then it's open. There, watch. See this? There's the score. See, did it like instantly. We got one more to do here. So we're gonna put the score and just carve that right in. Then we're gonna heat this up. You can see the score on there. I'm gonna heat this up molten. Then I'm gonna bring it right up to the screen so you can see it crack. And I can just tap that end right off. Alright, here we go. I kind of got out of frame there, but it did crack. Hard to do from the side profile. There we go. Got some open tubes. Got a space pipe here. Cut this mouthpiece. There we go. Now we're at that. Now I gotta take that part off and create an opening there so we have a mouthpiece. We're gonna heat it up and pull it away. Go. Whew. I use propane, Jay. Thanks, RJ. Thanks, Dylan. Yeah, that whistle or squeal is when the pressure from the flame hitting the mouthpiece, kind of like blowing across the top of a jug type thing. Thank you, Jerry. Thanks, Cody. No habla, Carly. What up, Kathleen? Dublin, Ireland. Thanks, Cody. Ryan, I'm sorry I missed the question. Right on, Israel. I'm just getting ready to do another. I just need a quick little breather. These things are kind of heavy at the long end of a blow tube. They really take it out on your wrist. Dustin, yeah, my space pipes usually retail about $60.
65 shipped.
Thanks, James. Cody, you just got to find it. You got to go out and find a way to learn. Thanks, Jessup. Knox, Tennessee. Want some glass? Have shops hit me up, man. If they name drop you, I'll get you a piece of glass for connecting the dots. Oh. What time is it?
Almost 3 now, maybe? I don't know.
3 o'clock? Alright. I'm going to do my best to grind out 2 more here before I got to be done. Oh, that's not happening. Oh, that's savable. That's fine. We're good. Black is a finicky color, but as long as you stay on top of it, you're alright. All right, back on track. A little bit of stress in the tube. Hit a crack. I had to make the whole thing molten and get it all back down to smooth. So we're good. So now we're going to fume it. All right. Now we got the silver on here. And guys, if I'm missing comments, I really apologize. I'm really trying to focus on the glass I'm making today. I'm gonna roll it in this frit and put the stars in the sky. There we go. I'm melting it in and shaping it at the same time. All right, I got the mouthpiece done. If you haven't already, please like and share. It helps me out. It's free to do. It's really easy and quick. Appreciate it. And if you've already done so, thank you. I'm always grateful. Alright, we're gonna melt the ball for the bowl here. I got eyebrows, dude. Just the lighting don't let them in. I just pressed the bowl. I used my graphite bowl push here. Pop the bowl hole, heat it up around it, pressed it down. It's all about having even heat and doing it correctly on the first try. You don't really get a second try on it. And you can fudge it around to try to get it where you want it, but you can get that first press. It's satisfying. There we go. All right. Gonna add a planet. A land and water one. There we go. Ricky from the Trailer Park Boys, really. Worst case Ontario, you learn that through denial and error, man. It's all about supply and command. Fucking A.
Dude, it's that fucking goatee.
No, Jessup, I actually put it on the left side. It's just mirror reversed on this for you. If you're interested, Boral Ballers on IG or Facebook. Our .com's getting up and going. Got a few listings. What up, Richard in Sweden? Hey, Rob, I'm in Wisconsin. James, I'll make another. I got one more to make here. Yeah, Cody can handle a carb on either side. He's got this shit. Looks like Sam Lasco. Oh, fuck that. I'm no fucking caveman. Yeah, Charles, I do large orders. Hit us up on Boral Ballers on IG or Facebook. We'll get back to you. What up, Teresa? Hey, Gabe. Raymond. Baltimore. Fitz in Flint, Michigan. How's the water? Terrible. Too soon. Jeremy in Arkansas. What up, Jessup? Shout out to Owen. All right, guys, I gotta get back to work here. Fucking rain thing. Jesus Christ. It's gotta be the goatee. I never got it before I had the goatee.
Keep it, I know you're gonna be growling.
I get myself a houndstooth button up. Track pants. New hairstyle. Looking like Ravine. It could be worse. It could say I look like Randy. Terrible. Pandingo. Alright, there's this one. Woo! Check the time real quick. Thanks, Jarrett. Thanks, Jarrett. Yeah, just hit us up on Boral Ballers on IG or Facebook. We can work it out. Francisco, I haven't made rigs in a while. I'm going to get back into it, but it's going to be a little bit. There's some tools I need to get, and there's some material I'd like to get. No game, I'm going to do one more. Oh, what up, Waukesha Jr.? Matt, Georgia. Jimmy, I don't do Gandalfs. Appreciate the kind words, guys. Thank you. Let me check the time. We'll see if I got time for one more or not. I'll be pushing it. You know, I should probably just call it, guys. I really appreciate it. Any questions, though? I got a few minutes here. I can answer questions as long as I don't go by too fast. Let's see. Nicholas from Germany and Parker from Tucson. Raymond, I'm sorry. I got to get my shit together and go take my buddy to the airport. I got to be on time for that. They don't hold planes for people. Well, at least not for me anyway. Oscar, I've been doing this. I bought a torch back in 2002. I've been doing it full time for the last 8 years. Otherwise, I was a hobbyist before that. Francisco, yeah, I will eventually. I need some different tools right now to be able to do it properly. Yeah, Brandon, it's pretty sweet. This is the local one. I have no clue, Jacob, what strain. It just tastes like strawberries. How to get a glass one? I was selling pipes for a while, and then decided I wanted to do this.
Hey, Ed. I need your help enforcing the no Wi-Fi.
Okay. All right. I gotta call it, guys. Ballpark prices. My space pipes usually retail around $60. Rick, you can find myself anywhere from Chicago to Denver. Also, you can check Boral Ballers on IG or Facebook. Our .coms is getting going. You can check that out too. I gotta get going though, guys. I gotta handle a few things with life before I get going to the airport. So I appreciate all the support. You guys have a good day, and I might be on tonight. I don't know for sure, but we'll see. But thanks a lot for watching, guys. You have a good one.